Justice for Ronela Hayati, rise up.
Oh my god. I love you for watching that.
I'm not getting over it and I will not apologise for it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your campus hits pop culture fix, and you already know why you're here. You're back again to follow the Eurovision 2022 journey. On Tuesday, we watched as Europe robbed Ronela Hayati. On Tuesday, we witnessed semi-final 1 where 10 out of 17 qualifiers made it through to Saturday's live show. I got 8 predictions correct out of 10, so I'm back here today to try and predict what is going to happen in semi-final 2. Where did I go wrong with semi-final 1? To be fair, in my video I explained that I had Iceland qualifying until the day of filming that video and I just switched it out at the last minute, and Lithuania I predicted would finish 11th, so none of those were too shocking, but losing Albania and Austria was an absolute kick in the gut. I was so upset. But we move on, that is Eurovision for you. We can't always be happy. And it's time to turn our attentions to semi-final 2 instead. What is going to make it? What is going to fall short? My prediction hat is on, I'm focused, I'm ready, I'm galvanised. Breathing it in, let's go. Let's start first by recapping the running order of semi-final 2 this evening. We start the show with Finland, followed by Israel, Serbia, Azerbaijan and Georgia. Then we have Malta, San Marino, Australia, then Cyprus. In the second half, we have Ireland, North Macedonia, Estonia and Romania. Then we have Poland, Montenegro, Belgium, Sweden and Czech Republic closing out the show. Let's get into it. The first song that I think is an absolute lock-in is Poland, Ockman's River. I mean, I've seen the clips for this and the way that they've absolutely elevated this to make it feel cinematic, theatrical. His vocals were always fantastic. His vocals are always going to be jury friendly. It would have taken really bad staging for this not to qualify anyway. Ockman's going through. We are seeing River in the final, period. My second lock has got to be Sweden. We already know Cornelia Jacobs and Hold Me Closer are flying through. Technical glitches or no technical glitches, the song is just so good. One of my favourite songs of this Eurovision season. And yes, I know I said that about Sekret, but I think that I'm in safer hands with Cornelia here. The performance has barely changed from the Melody Festival performance, and I still see this doing fantastic with both the jury and the public, though I see no way that we're not seeing Sweden in the final, and neither do you. We all know it. I don't have as many locks for this semi as I did in the first one, but my third lock is going to be Estonia, Stefan's Hope. Now, I do think that the staging looks a little bit there for this, but I would say this is probably the most radio-friendly song of the entire year, either that or Sam Ryder. And we know that the juries love to give songs credit when they're radio-friendly. You think of like Cesar Sampson or Mikhail Schulte. They really kind of like that commercial, radio-friendly quality could be a hit outside of a show, and this song could. I don't see it making waves, I see it coming around about 14th in the final, but it's one of those songs that you think, this is safely going through. It's not breaking any waves, not doing anything wild, but it's doing enough, and sometimes that's all you have to do. So Estonia, we're seeing them in the final. Now, I know some people disagree with this fourth lock, but in my opinion, it's not in doubt. It's going to be Australia. Even from juries alone, there is no way this isn't going through because Sheldon Riley's vocals are insane. This whole performance is a vocal show-off. It's like a declaration of what his voice can do, and that's what the jury are here to credit. So Sheldon is never going to fail, and I don't see this doing badly with the public as well. It wouldn't surprise me if it missed the top 10 on televoting, but came like 12th, but then I think it's coming like second with the jury, which would take way too much to throw the balance off. We've seen people in the past get like nothing with the jury and still come like 11th or 12th. So this would have to do really badly with the televoting not to get through, and I just don't see that happening. Sheldon Riley, we're gonna see you in the final when it's time to take off the mask. I actually only have one more lock in this semi, and I can't believe I'm saying this as a lock, but I'm actually very confident in Serbia now. But I just think this has a certain grab to it. We saw Monica Liu qualify from 3rd position the other day, and I think that was purely down to what an engaging performer Monica is. And if anyone has a similar engaging quality to them, it's Konstrakta. She's one of the most watchable performers of the year. She's got a real steely, bold look about her, and the song just commands your full attention. Meghan Markle what is what Twitter are going to be asking, so it's going to take over their attention as well. It's also followed in the running order by Azerbaijan, Georgia and Malta. 3 songs that don't make a huge impact in my eyes, so I think people have got plenty of time to remember the Meghan Markle washing hands, clapping, Bitti Slava, Bob. I feel like we lost a fair amount of the kooky in the first semi-final, so if I wasn't already rooting for Serbia, I definitely am now. This song has grown so much for me, but even forgetting my own opinion, people can't forget this, right? This is going to the final, I think. So those are my 5 absolute certainties. I had 7 certainties, but the results of semi-final 1 have sent my head into an absolute spin. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
I could genuinely see all but 3 songs in this semi-final making it. It's genuinely a bloodbath. It is so hard to predict. My 6th predicted qualifier is going to be Finland. I know some people have gone off the idea of this qualifying, but I just still see it making it there. I think that people will remember the Rasmus. Their image hasn't changed enough, so that helps. But the song is actually really good. We haven't heard a great deal of rock going through this year, and I think there are so many ballads that went through in semi-final 1. I kind of think that people may turn to semi-final 2 for a bit more oomph. Jezebel is going to kick off this semi-final with a bang, but not a messy bang like I guess Sekret did. This is a lot more wide-ranging friendly, and I definitely think this is getting to the final. I think. I'm not completely certain, but I do think it would be a shock if this didn't make it. My 7th predicted qualifier is the Czech Republic. We Are Dummies Lights Off. Now, this has been a lock throughout the whole time for me. I couldn't have seen this not in the final. But now I am worried about the future of dance entries. I really thought that Austria were going to qualify on Tuesday, especially after watching the performance. I was like, I was watching it with my boyfriend and we were completely wrapped up in the energy of Halo, and then it didn't make it through. Is Lights Off going to do the same? I think this has the benefit of closing the show. We know that that's a great position to be in, but it's not a guarantee. Performing last doesn't guarantee anything. Look at Triana Park about 5 years ago. I do think this is getting through, but if it doesn't go through, I kind of won't be shocked, because I don't know if this is what people are coming to Eurovision for anymore. Maybe people just don't want dance entries, so I'm worried about this, but I think the song is quality enough for it to get through. So you know what? I'm sticking with you, Czech Republic. I want you to be there, and I think you will be there in the final on Saturday. My 8th predicted qualifier is one that I had nowhere near qualifying when I heard it for the first time, but I've seen everything stacked up. I've looked at every rehearsal. I think San Marino are making it, you guys. Achille Lauro's stripper. What he lacks in vocal, he is making up for in performance. And that bull prop is like nothing we have ever seen in Eurovision. And look, maybe it does hark a little bit too much back to Måneskin, but I don't think people are going to be mad at that. I think this is the semi when people are really going to open their eyes and want some fun. And God knows that Achille is bringing it in spade loads.
You want trouble, which I don't want. Oh, by Christ, you're going to get it in spade loads.
This song is slowly growing on me, but I kind of don't feel like the song is the seller for this. It's all about the artist, and I feel like the artist is so interesting that he elevates this whole production to a level where you kind of do want to see it again and again and again. And it's the same as I said with Serbia. This song of Achilles is coming after a run of Azerbaijan, Georgia and Malta. 3 songs that I think are quite middle of the road. I don't think they make a huge statement. But San Marino is going to bring the energy right back to the stage, and everyone's going to be like, whoa, Eurovision has returned. I'm kind of confident in this now, and we all love to see San Marino make it, so best of luck to you guys. This is where I'm really, really struggling. Oh, I just can't decide.
2 hours later.
My 9th predicted qualifier is Azerbaijan. I didn't predict this through until right now. I'm going to tell you why. Azerbaijan have qualified every single year, bar one, where they finished 11th, and they so frequently seem to sneak through. If there is a chance of them making it, then they often do. The other country who do the same is Lithuania. If Lithuania are even on the cusp of making it, they make it. And Sentimente told me that lesson on Tuesday. I thought it was just gonna miss out and it scraped by. This song I predict coming about 11th. So I actually think it's gonna scrape by because that's just kind of what Azerbaijan do in Eurovision. They just have this way of scraping by. Again, I do not care for this song, but I also didn't care for Boys Do Cry. And I realised that these male ballads do have an audience. Some people may find Sheldon Riley's dramatics a bit too much. Some people may find Ockman's theatrics and the staging and the visuals a bit too much. They may find Fade to Black a little bit more palatable. Again, do I really want to see this through? Not really. But do I think that this is a kind of safe entry that could come like 10th in the televoting and 10th in the jury and just scrape by, kind of like Matahari did last year? Yes, so I'm going to predict, for better or for worse, Azerbaijan will make it. Which leaves me with one more place, and I'm batting about between Cyprus and Romania, two of my absolute favourites of the year. Cyprus, Romania, Cyprus, Romania. And I just can't decide. I've really thought Cyprus was safe this whole time, but there's something about it now that I feel might just get lost. I'm gonna go for Romania. There is something about this that tells me this is gonna be the shock of the evening. It's never been predicted through with the bookies. It's about 14th or 15th with the bookies, but I really just think it's going through. I don't know why. You can say that I'm mad. This could finish like 16th, and I could be so far off. But there's something about Yamame that from the very first watch drew me in because it's so much fun. And if the rest of the Eurovision family feel the same that I do, I think this is getting through. I'm almost having to fight with myself to justify this. Maybe I just love this song too much and I'm blind. Look, Albania is my favourite song of the whole year and we're not singing that on Saturday, so we're probably not singing this either. And for the last few weeks, I've really just thought this is going to be a shock qualifier, and I thought the same with Iceland, and I turned my back on Iceland, so I'm not turning my back here. And I think there is proof in semi-final 1 that going later in the running order does help. And this song does come before Poland, Montenegro, Belgium, Sweden, and I don't think those songs have as much fun as this has, and I'm rooting for fun to the final, so manifesting Yamame to the final, please. So those are my 10 locks. Let's recap them one more time. We've got Finland, we've got Serbia, we've got San Marino, we've got Australia, we've got Estonia, we've got Romania, we've got Azerbaijan, we've got Poland, we've got Sweden, and we've got the Czech Republic. I think. I'm nowhere near as confident about this as I am semi-final 1, not even close. Let's talk about the songs that just missed out on getting put in a qualifying position for me. As you can see, Cyprus is one of them. I adore Andromache and I adore Ella. I want this through. This is in my top 10 of the whole year. There's just something that I feel may get forgotten about this. It falls at that kind of mid-tempo level that could be forgotten about. A vocal isn't remarkable. It doesn't need to be, but the song doesn't require it to be. But it means that maybe this won't stand out as a jury favourite, and could it get lost with the televote when there's the likes of Achille, Lauro, Konstrakta, Rasmus? No, I'm doubting myself. I want to put this through. But I'm going to stick with my gut, but God, I hope my gut's wrong, and I want Cyprus through. I just want them through. Another song on my maybe list is Israel. I do think that Michael Ben David stands a chance. It looks like he's throwing in his entire life into I Am, but as we saw on Tuesday, being second in the running order is not helpful, and I feel like Latvia made even more of a stamp than this song makes. So I think if that couldn't make it out from second, I don't think that Israel are either. It's kind of like a drag race pastiche that I think the judges will probably hate, the jury, I mean. There's something not immediately likeable about Michael, as amazing of a performer as he is. Could that come back to bite him? I think this is just falling short. I could see it going through, but I just think it's falling short. Also in my maybe pile, I've got Ireland. I would really love to see Brooke go through. I think she looks like such a fun performer. And when I reacted to That's Rich, I said that they're gonna really need to throw everything into this performance to get through, because the song is just lacking a little bit. And you know what? They have completely done what I asked of them. Brooke looks like she's throwing everything into it. I love the look of what she's doing. I just don't think the song is strong enough, but I would love to see it happen. I'm actually really rooting for Brooke, and I'd be so happy to be wrong. As I say, this semi is a bloodbath. I could see myself getting like 5 out of 10 and I wouldn't even be that shocked. It has the ability for anything to happen here. My final song that I've left in my maybe pile was Belgium, Jeremy Marcus's Miss You. It comes at a great point of a running order. It's third to last. I just get a feeling like this is also not going to stand out. I feel like there's quite a lot of males in this half that are making a bit more of an impact, and I feel like a bit similar to Brooke, the song just needs to pack a bit more punch, and it's too late to change the song. You can do what you want with the staging, but if the song doesn't jump out at people enough for them to remember it, I think there's other songs that people are going to remember over this, and I don't think it screams a jury favourite, I don't think it screams televote favourite, so I just don't know where this is going to get the majority of its votes. I like Jeremy, very likeable performer. I just don't see this making it. Now I'm going to talk about the 4 songs that I don't see making it very quickly. Emma Muscat, I Am What I Am. I've looked at the odds this morning. She's in the top 10 to making it. I was sticking with my gut that there's no way this song is making it. I just think it's so dull. Every single year, Malta do really well with the jury, but not so well with the televote. But I think this is even less of a televote grab than in previous years. I think this is just not a televote grab at all. I don't see why people would vote for this, especially when coming after this, you've got Achille, Lauro, who's just gonna make you think, well, that junior Eurovision performance that came before is already just, what was that? I don't remember it. We left these empowerment anthems in the past. I do like Emma. This sounds really harsh of me. I do like Emma. I just don't see this making it. Also, Georgia, Circus, Mircus, Lock Me In. I do think this song is a very nice song, but nice doesn't cut the mustard in Eurovision. And this is a really difficult semi. 18 songs. This is going 5th in the running order. I just don't see people remembering this. As nice as it is, I don't see this getting out of the bottom 3. We've got Montenegro, Vladana's Breathe. Absolutely love this song. I would love to see her advance, but I do think the odds are stacked against her. There are a lot of ballads in this half that I see picking up way more attention, and I just don't see this standing out as being an important one for the public. It could do well with the juries. It's hard to say, but I just got a feeling that her harsh image may put people off. I don't think she's giving soft and votable almost. I feel like people almost want a pretty blonde girl, and she's got a very severe image that I'm not sure screams a vote for me. I would, but I don't see other people voting for her. The final song I don't see making it is North Macedonia, Andrea's Circles, another song that I would describe as nice, but nice is not cutting the mustard in Eurovision 2022 semi-final 2. This wouldn't surprise me if this finished last. If I was going to make a prediction of what would finish last, I think it would be this. I just think it's very passable, but doesn't make enough of an impression. There are much bigger jury pools in this, much bigger televoting pools. I just don't see this going through. And that's it for my semi-final 2 predictions. I am not confident about these at all, but they're in writing. I've said them now, there's nothing I can do about it. You can all watch me later and laugh at me and point at me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not, then I told you so.
I said what I said.
But that's it from my Eurovision 2022 videos. I won't be doing anything now but getting ready for Saturday. I've bought my Spanish flag, I've bought my United Kingdom flag. I'm going to be waving them so strongly in the final. Please, I really, really hope for the best for Sam Ryder. But right now we need to focus on semi-final 2. And if you like this video, please give it a like and comment down below who do you think is going to qualify, because I love to hear your opinions too. Subscribe to this channel if you want more where this came from. I'm thinking of maybe doing a video after the Eurovision final. We'll see how that goes. So hit the notification bell if you actually want to be notified if and when that video happens. But for now, it's time to head over to semi-final 2 and let those guys do the talking. 18 performers tonight. Who's going through? Let's find out. But for now, thank you, Europe, and good night.